Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Ms. Shruti here. On behalf of RealSoft ERP, I warmly welcome you all to today's webinar on UAE E-Invoicing. I guess everyone has joined here and some of them is keep joining. So I guess we can begin now. First of all, I would also like to take a moment to sincerely thank our valued clients who have stood with us over the years. Your continued trust and support has been a vital role in our journey. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We are pleased to have a diverse group of participants with us today across the UAE. Your presence clearly reflects the growing importance of staying compliant in today's evolving regulatory landscape. As you are aware, UAE e-invoicing has become a crucial requirement for business, and understanding its framework is essential to avoid penalties, delays, and operational disruption. In today's session, we will begin with a comprehensive webinar covering the UAE e-invoicing framework, how the system works, the key steps required for compliance, and how solutions like RealSoft ERP can simplify and streamline the entire process for your business. This will be followed by a dedicated Q&A session where you can clarify your doubts and get answers to your specific questions. Finally, we will conclude the session with a brief summary of the key takeaways and next step to help you prepare for UAE e-invoicing complaints. We are glad to have Mr. Desmond Joseph with us today, who will be leading this session. With his expertise, we are confident that you will gain valuable insights and practical guidance to help you navigate this transaction smoothly. After the session, if you have any questions, you can submit your questions in the Q&A session and we will be happy to address your queries. With that, I would now like to hand over the session to Mr. Desmond Joseph. Once again, thanking you all for joining us today. Let's get started. Desmond, sir.
Hi, thank you, Shruti. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Coral Business Solutions. It's a pleasure to meet you all for the journey of around 24 years now. So today we are talking about the e-invoicing, and mostly you people might be knowing about what is the invoicing, all those things, but we are mainly focusing about how RealSoft will be accommodating the e-invoicing and how we are connecting with these ASPs, like, these related topics only, topics we will be discussing in this one. So let me go to the presentation. Hope you can see the presentation now, right?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. So as you know, RealSoft currently having 3 versions. We are having the customers from RealSoft 1, RealSoft 2, and currently we are in RealSoft 3. So we are trying to, we are integrating the e-invoicing functionality to all the 3 versions. But as you know, since the RealSoft 3 is the most advanced version, and which is having all the seamless integration capabilities and advanced features, and this is the application as per the latest technologies and all. RealSoft 3 will be more reliable for the invoicing functionality. Being said that, RealSoft 1 and RealSoft 2 also will be capable of doing the invoicing, but there will be, the functionality will be more advanced in RealSoft 3. Okay. Now, e-invoicing. You already might be knowing that UAE is introducing the e-invoicing system, and they have published some phased approach to implement the system all over the UAE business. So, what will be the e-invoicing? As you all know, it will be an electronic format of invoice to transfer between the parties as well as the federal government authority through an intermediate called ASP. Okay, so there were so many countries already implemented with the e-invoicing system, and UAE also doing the same now. And to do the e-invoicing in UAE, government is approached authority called the Peppol. Peppol is, you might be knowing, Peppol is a European authority called the Pan-European Business Procurement Online. This authority already implemented e-invoicing system in multiple countries, especially in Europe and countries like Singapore and all. And currently they are implementing in UAE. Okay, and some of you may already aware about the invoicing system. The invoicing system which is already implemented in Saudi Arabia. But there is a difference. Saudi Arabia is managed by SACTA, and that is called a two-corner e-invoicing system. But coming to UAE, it will be more advanced, where we will be having a five-corner mechanism, which also we'll discuss further. Okay, so what is the objective of this e-invoicing system by the government? As you know, before we all were tax-free. Now later they introduced VAT, then corporate tax come. So to streamline all these things and to make more transparency, the government introduced the e-invoicing system. Okay. Now, how this e-invoicing system will work? Like I said, this will be a five-corner mechanism managed by Peppol. So what is five-corner mechanism? To easily make you understand, you might be knowing, I will give you one simple example. How our mobile message is working. Like, we are sending an SMS. So basically, we will be having a mobile. This mobile we are registered with one of the service provider, which will be an ISP. In our case, this is ISP. Similarly, there will be an ISP, Internet Service Provider, like Etisalat or Do. So what will happen? I'm typing a message from my mobile. Maybe my service provider is Etisalat. So what will happen? A message will go to Etisalat. Okay. Actually, I'm sending to one of my friends. Okay. So assume myself as you like a customer, and my friend as the second party, the one we are doing the business with. So what is the role of this Etisalat or Do in between these? So we registered, say for example, I registered with Etisalat. So my message will go to Etisalat. Etisalat will find the recipient to whom it should be sent. Now it is my friend. So my friend might be registered with Etisalat or maybe with Do or any other ISP. So Etisalat find who is the ISP for that particular person, and it is sending this message to that ISP, maybe Do or maybe Etisalat itself. And Do is sending the message to the end person. Okay. So here you can combine the same mechanism to our case. Here for myself, instead of myself, there will be our company. Then instead of ISP, there will be ASP. So, like we are choosing our mobile network partner, like Etisalat or Do. As a company, you also have to find a partner. There are so many partners already pre-approved by FTA. So they will send this message to the buyer or seller's ASP, and from that it will go to the buyer and seller. And who is the fifth corner? So in between, the government also will come. So our message first will be captured by the ASP. ASP will be sending this message to the government parallelly, and it will be sending to the recipient ASP, and ASP will be sending back to the buyer or seller or final recipient. So that is simply saying the functionality is. Okay. So how this framework, or what are the parties involved? First, we will be having the five-corner method, which is already implemented by the Peppol, which I said the European public procurement online system, which is more or less like you can tell us a electronic messaging system. Okay, then how this invoice will be generated? It is called e-invoice or electronic invoice. Okay, so this electronic invoice, there is a format introduced by Peppol, which is called PINT. PINT. PINT means Peppol International Invoice Model. Okay, now comes to UAE, they termed it as PINT AE. Simply Peppol International Invoice Model, the UAE version. Okay, so that will be the standard they established to transfer the document between the buyer and seller. Now, who all are involved at this stage? Basically, as per their guidelines, currently it is who are having the FTA registration, the VAT certificate will be involved. Now, in the first phase, they will be having some, guidelines like, the companies having more than 50 million revenue only to be started with. That means it is not, any company can start now also, but they are telling from January 2027 onwards, these companies under, above 50 million turnover are mandatorily should be part of e-invoicing system. Okay, and the invoices, again, there are different kind of invoices we will be having. We will be having B2B invoices, B2C invoices, B2G. B2G means B2 government, business to government invoice, and government to government invoice also. But currently what they are telling is only B2B, B2G, and G2G. That means business to business, business to government, and government to government invoices only currently mandatory in the invoicing system. That means if you have two type of customers, say for example there are for a simple example, there is a real estate company who will be doing the rental to the normal tenant, and there will be doing the rental to a business or a company also. So you have a provision like the invoices we are doing for the B2C can be omitted in this case. Even if you are doing a POS, like there is a vacuum sales kind of stuff, can be eliminated for the invoice. That means we don't need to mandatorily submit the B2C invoices in the invoicing system. Okay. Now, so that those will be the inclusions and exclusions. Basically, the B2B, B2G, and G2G are the inclusions. B2C, and there are some other things like the airlines, some origin activity, something is excluded from the invoicing. Now about the timeline, as I said, how it will be happening is from by July 31st, 2026, the company's revenue having more than 25 million should mandatorily appoint one ASP. That means you have to register with one ASP before this date. So to whom to register and all that we will be discussing further. But this is the guideline. So this doesn't say the e-invoicing is mandatory from this date. The e-invoicing actually getting mandatory for the companies above 50 million is actually from January 2027 onwards only. Okay, but they are telling whoever wants to participate in this current period. So current period, it will be like a pilot running or a test phase. So whoever would like to participate in this phase are welcome to join in the phase. So what will be the advantages of if you are participating into the invoicing in this thing is because there is after this January onwards it is mandatory, and there will be some fines and all if you didn't follow with the system. So to avoid last minute issues, or this is because it is having so many technical things and all, so there is enough testing and pilot run, everything is required, which will help you people also to easily come to the system. So for that, they all welcome. In that case, again, it is not only for the companies who is above 50 million. Any companies can participate in this pilot run or in this period up to next year. And they are telling there will be some other benefits also who is participating, but they didn't disclose exactly what are the benefits, but in their site it says like that. Okay, so that will be the timeline for the companies above 50 million. Then in the coming year, 2028, it will be coming to next like that. Okay, now how this invoicing will be done? So basically what they are telling is, once we are making a invoice, there will be 51 mandatory field that we need to transfer to the ASP, subsequently to the government, and it will go to the buyer or seller also. So how this will happen and what will be the fields and all, we'll discuss further. But this is what it says. So they have given what are those fields also. Basically, we will be having the invoice details, the item details, those kind of information will be there, which will be explaining in detail also. And we have to accommodate these information to the application eventually. Okay, so you can see the breakup of those particular fields, and we have made a sample invoice also according to their guidelines. So what we will be having is we will be having a tax invoice. This is the format which is required for the ASP basically. Okay, so in this tax invoice we will be having a seller part where we will be having a TRN number. Now apart from the TRN number, you will be having one more TAN number. It will be coming with the corporate tax, or once we are registering with an ASP, you will be getting this TAN number. And you will be having the company details, address and all. You will be having the invoicing, invoice numbering, its date, currencies, and also there is a due date column. And similar information is there for buyer also. And you will be having the items or service information with its price, tax, additions, deductions, and all. So this will be a sample format which FTA requires to be transferred. Format means the data, not this design I am telling. The data, what they need to transfer to the ASP. Okay. Now there is one important difference is there based on this 5-corner model. It is basically in our current traditional model. What we used to do is we will be having, say for example, we are purchasing something. So the supplier will give us invoice, and normally they will send us a PDF or maybe print or whatever it is. We used to enter into our system as a purchase invoice. This was our traditional method. Now there is a clear change or shift from that. Because of the 5-corner model, what it happens is there is a supplier, we are buying from a supplier. The supplier is making an invoice with our TRN number and TAN number, and as per the 5-corner model, similarly as I explained about the SMS system, the supplier invoice is directly coming to our system. Okay, so simply telling like my friend is sending a SMS to me and it is coming to my mobile directly. Same way, the purchase invoice created by a supplier on behalf of us will directly come to our system. Okay, so we are not manually entering the purchase invoice, and how that can be done, that also we will be discussing further. Okay, so these are the summary about the e-invoicing system. Like I said, it will be mandatory for all the businesses. Then we will be having the Peppol is the people who did it. Okay, and we will be having the 20 million category to start with. Okay, and everybody has to appoint one ASP. Okay, and from July we will be having the trials. Okay, now coming to RealSoft, how RealSoft can integrate the e-invoicing, or how we can approach the functionality to our system. Okay, so what we will be having is, we already discussed with multiple ASP, and we have understood the concept, and we have discussed various aspects, including the commercials, their billing structure and everything. Accordingly, we have finalized 2 ASP from the list of pre-approved ASP provided by the FTA. This is based on based on the better pricing, and who is having more technical knowledge and all. Accordingly, only we have chosen 2 ASPs. That also we'll discuss. So what we will be doing is, normally there are 2 types of mechanism. One mechanism is like, if you are registering with an ASP, some of these ASP will give you one interface or one login, where there will be having a application. In that application, you can add the invoices manually, then you can submit, so you can send it, and you can see the status and all. So which will be like a manual or a 2-entry system, like you have to do in your application, whether it is RealSoft or any other application, or whichever you are using, you have to do in that application. Then you have to do you have to generate a file or something, and you have to upload in the ASP portal, and you have to monitor the status. That is one method which will be very tedious, and you will be having double work and all. But what we are doing is, we will be having the ASP already integrated with our application. So what we will be doing is, you can normally do the invoice in your system. Once you do the invoice, system RealSoft will validate with all the e-invoicing requirements are satisfied. Once it is satisfied, it can push to the ASP, and ASP will do the further things. And to RealSoft, you will get a confirmation back, okay, everything is fine. Or if it is not performed well, that also it will give you the reason for rejection. So the idea is, the all activity can be done through RealSoft itself. You don't need to go to any other application, or you don't need to do any manual things to complete the invoicing functionality. So that we are trying to, we are making that much deep level of development, considering all the requirements by the authorities as well as the ASPs. Okay. And another advantage is, you can have your own, what are the customization we already did in the application, and what are the approval mechanism we did. All these things, we can continue as it is. Okay, and we will ensure seamlessly it is, managed with the e-invoicing system without disturbing your current, ongoing activities, or current type of entries. Okay, so basically what we with the RealSoft, what we can support is, we will be having like our multi-level approval system. On the top, you can have extra approval system for the invoicing. So we can think about based on your requirements, you'll be having your document hierarchies, like different type of invoicing, and our workflows. We have done different kind of workflows for different people or different kind of business. These all things we can follow as it is, and all other our functionalities will remain same. Say for example, we have, other than invoices, we have our quotations, or we will be having some non-financial entries, or so many operational activities in our system, right? Those things we can continue as it is. Only the thing is related to the invoices, credit notes, and certain debit note with the applicable debit notes only to be we have to mandatorily send it to the e-invoicing system, and we have to follow their guidelines. Okay, So again, like I said, you can continue using your RealSoft. Is what we are having. On this one, we are embedding the invoicing functionality for you to avoid, extra works or, other logins or these things. So for this, we will be having a portal activity also, where we can see within RealSoft the status of e-invoicing. Like, what are the invoices already uploaded, what is successfully transferred, or what is in transferring mode, what is completed, like that. We will be having that also. We'll discuss after this. But the core thing is, you don't need to go anywhere. Everything will be within RealSoft only. Okay. So that is the journey. We will be having. We are making an invoice. That invoice, once it is okay, it will be submitted. That will go to the ASP. ASP will send it to FTA. FTA will from then again parallelly it will go to the our related party. I mean our buyer or seller, and it will reach to them. And we will show you the status, like what are the invoices submitted, which are the one validated, which are the one rejected. If it is rejected, why? And once it is completed, what are the things already delivered. Like that, we will be having a monitoring system in our system itself. Okay, so this will eventually help you to have a full tracking about all the invoicing, and which can still, there will be ASP, but we don't need to, as a customer, you don't need to depend the ASPs that much, because most of these functionalities will be taken care by us itself. But still, you will be having some of these ASPs are already providing a portal. Still, you will be having a facility to look into their portal also to see the status. On if you have any concerns, we can check in there also. But which is normally required in the system what we designed. So to eliminate all the multiple places dependency or different dashboards, to avoid much confusions, we are making it as a simply single unified application. Okay, so this will be the overview of the invoices in RealSoft structure. So basically, this comes for the RealSoft 3. For a RealSoft 1 and RealSoft 2, as I said, we will be having the functionality, but it will be with a customer portal only, because that is a different type of application. So here, like what you can see, you will be having a summary. What is your invoices, how much invoices are submitted, how much is pending to process, how much is rejected, like that, what is your company details and all. Okay, in this case, I missed one more point. If you are a group company and you are having, say, for example, 5 FTA, TRN numbers, then in that case, you have to have separate registration for invoicing also. Okay. Now coming back to this one, we will be having the documents listed here. Then you can see each document, what are the invoices. For example, sales invoices. These are the sales invoices we created, and it will show you the status here. What are the invoices already processed? Processed means it's already transferred to e-invoicing and successfully completed the process. And if there are any pending, that also will show you the status here. What are the pending, what is under review, or what is delivered, and what are the rejected. All the status will be available. But also you can see, like, what are the purchases, what are the debit notes, like that. You can see all the invoice status within the system. And one more thing is there for the RealSoft 3 customers. Since you are familiar with this screen already, here in the invoice itself, you will be having the statistics. So we will add the status in the statistics also. Here also you will be able to know when it is submitted or what is the current status. Like, okay. Now coming to the commercial. Okay. So talking about the commercial, might be many of you people already approached some ASPs. Even though we will explain what we understood is all these ASP, most of these ASPs are charging you based on how many registrations you have, and on the top their major charging area is how many number of invoices you will be having. So they are giving like 100,000 invoice, this is the amount. If it is 200,000 invoice, this is the invoice, this is the amount. Like that they will be charging. Now the thing is, again, if it is, there can be an integration charge, and especially if it is a separate ERP other than RealSoft, obviously there will be separate invoicing, integration charges also. But the thing or the problem here is, for the companies having lesser number of invoices, their value still it is same. So that means it will be high for them. So what we are doing is we approached, like I said, we approached multiple ASPs, and we shortlisted these ASPs in a way that they can see us not as a single customer. They are seeing as a partner who is having multiple customers. So in this 24 years of journey, like you people, we are having thousands of customers. So our approach or our agreement with them is we will be having as a single point for them. So the total invoice count for them will be the invoices from all our customers. So how it can help you? Because as I said, if you go and approach the ASP directly, you have to pay all the individual fees for them. But for us, what we will be doing is we will make it all our customers as one, and we will be having a lump sum pricing. So altogether we can get a invoice count, and based on that we can distribute according to number. There will be customers having maybe monthly 10 or 100 invoice, or there are customers having monthly 100,000 or more than that much level of invoice also. So what we can do is we can distribute accordingly. So the advantage is, as a customer, you can get a better price. That is the whole idea. So you will be having a multiple level of benefits. One thing, you will be having a seamless integration with the e-invoicing system. You don't have to worry about how this can be done manually or how to monitor. All those things we will be taking care. Second, the biggest advantage is you will be having a pricing model with our facilities also. So we will be having the e-invoice and its support will be there obviously. So all these things, considering all these things, we can offer you a better price. Okay. And another problem again, what we noticed is, as per the FTA, in order to register as an ASP, they are telling so many guidelines, and out of them, one of the main guideline is that company should be having an experience of e-invoicing in any other countries. So the thing, okay, it was plus or minus, I don't know, but the thing is, most of these companies currently accredited by FTA are coming from other countries only, because there was no invoicing experience in UAE for the UAE companies. So in that case, the support also will be little, from the other countries only, because they are mainly their head office or their operations are based on other countries. But in our case, we are here. We are currently we are closely in touch with our ASP partners. So we can offer you the first level of support, rather than trying these people too many times. From different countries and all. It will be easy, since we know we are here. So it will be your first. We can act as your first point of contact. Okay. So obviously we can be your invoicing partner. Now, how we can approach to these ASPs? We can, if we will be contacting you, and we together can guide you. To go to ASP, what are the things to be done? Basically, what we need is, you need to just register from them only, because that is mandatory. I said the example of Etisalat and Do. You can have one of the ASP provider from our side. So you just need to register only. For the commercial things and all, we can discuss how we can effectively do that. Okay, and for some negotiations for the ASP also, based on the invoicing, number of invoices, all these are their depend factors. So we can help you in many areas. Okay, we'll give you the better pricing, maximum transparency will provide, and we are trying to act like a partner, since you all know us for a long time, and we are trying to give the best service for this. Okay, so our responsibility is we will be having the coordination with the ASP, and we will be having the first level support for you, and we are trying to avoid you from depending on multiple systems, and we are trying to make it more easy and user friendly. And is there any issues or support error things, that also our first level we only will address. Being said this, one thing is there, we are not the replacement of ASP. ASP is accredited by FTA, and they have the role. You have to register with an ASP. What we are doing is we are integrating with the ASP to comply with the government e-invoicing mandate. But our objective is to make, as a customer, the system very easy to use, not to go for too many complications. Do it very simply. That is our role. Okay, now again, how this can be done more easily, we are introducing an e-wallet and a customer portal. So like I showed before, you will be having a portal. In this portal, we will be having a wallet system, because the pricing, as I said, the pricing of this e-invoicing is based on the number of invoices. The ASP is also charging based on the number of invoices. So that will be normally the pricing model. So we will be having a wallet, like again going back to the mobile Etisalat or Do thing, you can recharge. So it will show you how much balance is available with you. Then based on the invoices, it will be reducing from your balance. So system will show you how much invoices you submitted, how much is pending, how much is rejected, and accordingly how much balance was consumed and how much is available. Also, we will be having a recharge option or a payment option, which also will be having a integrated gateway. Payment gateway will be there. Using that, you will be able to, once it is going low balance, you will be getting some notification, and you will be able to recharge the balance. Also, you can see the current balance, the consumption, all those things you can monitor through the portal. Okay, and we will be sending the remainders also, and you should be maintained. There will be some, like 1 month minimum balance should be maintained. Like that, there will be normal what you are seeing in the other system. The same similar structure only will be following. Okay, you can see the transaction, top-ups, your invoices, consumptions, all this information we will be showing in the portal. And the wallet information will be available there. So eventually, as I said again, our target is, our intention is to minimize your complexity, directly get all the information through RealSoft itself, than depending on multiple ASP or other areas, to avoid the double job and all. So that is a summary. And as per the discussions we made with several ASP, we finalized with 2 ASP. One is named Taxilla, TAXILLA, and another one is Compliance, COMPLYANC. We'll give you the details exactly with there. It's already available in the FTA portal. But these are the 2 people, ASP, we currently finalized with. Being said that, these are the two ASP we directly integrating with our application. So now you may have a concern like, if you have another ASP, then what you have to do is, if you want to integrate with RealSoft, it will be a separate scope. We need to check with that ASP, and obviously there will be the integration charges or is applicable separately. But if it is with our ASP providers, that will be part of our invoicing system. So that is as a summary. I think most of the things are addressed, but still if you are having any concerns, the immediate concerns you will be having in the right side, you can see a Q&A session where you can add. And the second thing, you can contact directly also for detail, any concerns or anything which are not clarified. You will be always welcome. We are all here. You can contact us. You can contact our support, or contact our people, or contact our sales also for any concerns or any clarifications, whatever you need. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jismon sir, for this insightful session. As we have limited time for a Q&A session, we can start now. Also, please note that as Jismon sir informed that we are not ASPs. In case if there are any queries we are unable to address immediately, we will review and get the details and we'll get back to you with a proper response. So does anyone have any questions or need any clarification? Means you can approach us.
Basically, you will be having a QA in the right side. You can see a Q&A. There you can type your queries.
It's in right side bottom corner. You can see a meeting tool there. You can select that portion and select the option Q&A. I guess one question is raised.
Okay, one question I received is like, will validation checks be done inside the system before submission? Yes, obviously we will be having a validation. Like we said, there will be 51 mandatory fields the ASP required. So we will be checking all these things are available in your entry, and we will be having the first level of validation from our side. If there are any validation issues, the system will give you the message back, and then once it is ready, only we will submit to the ASP. Again, if there any issue apart from our foreseeing, if there any issue ASP is providing, that will give you as a message back to you. What if the vendor have a disagreement with the price or other terms of invoices? See, basically, that is a different story. What the government doesn't want what you negotiated with the customer or supplier, or that is not the government concern. The government is only looking for what are the invoices finally you did as a tax invoice. That tax invoice information, it will be forwarded to them. Now, what is the understanding between the supplier and buyer? It is not, the government concern. Yes, somebody asked, can you put your questions also by email or directly? You are always welcome. What are the concerns you are having? You can send us the email, or you can contact our any method. You are welcome. Can we recall the invoice for any correction? No. Once you submitted and successfully transferred the invoice to the ASP system, once you get the message back, you cannot do anything on that particular invoice. Then you have to make a separate credit note or reversal according to their guidelines. You have to pass another entry only. The invoice submitted and successfully transferred cannot be modified, cannot do anything. Backdated invoice, obviously what they are telling is there is a time of 15 days. So that means the guideline says you have made an invoice, no need to submit now itself. You will be having a timeline of 15 days. About JAFSA or the free zone or offshore, all the companies who are having the FTA registration are part of this e-invoicing system. About the 50 million category, it asks some partial is out of scope, nothing like that. They are just asking the revenue. It is not taxable or not taxable. What is your revenue? If your revenue is above 50 million, then it is applicable. Wrong invoice, that is the same question. You have 15 days, but once the invoice is submitted, you cannot modify it. How we are going to introduce e-invoicing in R1. R1 also will be having the e-invoicing system, but as I said, there will be some limitations are there, but you will be having the e-invoicing. There will be a separate customer portal, which I showed you. Within the application, you cannot see, you have to see some report or something separately because, as I said, that system is like that. Or, you can approach our sales also if you are willing to, update into R3. That also welcome. In ASP, after submit invoice, we receive the payment. The receiving of payment has no relation with the invoicing system. You may receive the payment, may not receive, or later you receive. That doesn't related to the invoicing system. Invoicing is just only what are the invoices, the tax invoices, basically what you made. That copy only they need. Your other financials or your non-financial activities that are not related to invoicing system. Only invoice. Is there any specific and standard unique format? See, there is no, the physical format has no relation here. There are this many field of information they require. Like I showed you in a sample, they need the customer name, supplier name, their TR number, our TR number, the date, the value of the invoice. Like that, there are 51 fields there asking. That we are transferring in an electronic format, which is called XML format. We will transfer to the ASP, and ASP will take care of the rest of the things. There is no specific print or anything like that. If they are not accepting this invoice, it's not clear. Integrations available for RealSoft both. RealSoft 3, RealSoft 1, RealSoft 2, all are available. I mean, even though RealSoft 1 and 2 are desktop application, still the integration we will be providing. About the group company, I already mentioned that if you are having, you are a group company, you are having 5 TRN number, that means you will be having 5 registrations separately. Same like TRN, you will be having the TAN also. Proforma is not part of invoicing. Debit note, credit note, it is, credit note, of course. Debit note is based on their, they have some guidelines. If it is satisfying, then only. Payment, most of these things are repeated questions. I think, I hope most of the major concerns are answered. 15 days, it's all already mentioned. Status of payment. No, payment, no relation. Again, same questions only. In the system, how export invoice also same. One more thing is there. Since this is a timeline approach, now, for example, you have a purchase invoice. This purchase invoice is done by maybe one outside company, like a foreign country company, or maybe a company who doesn't do the they are not into the 50 million category. That means if it is a 50 million category company who already in the invoicing system, that invoice will come directly. Okay, other invoices we have to do like what we are doing now, we have to do manually in our system as a purchase invoice. Yeah, I think most of these questions are almost repeated, but still, you know, if any concerns you think that we didn't address, or still if you have any questions, you can email us, or you can contact our support, because most of these questions what currently I'm seeing is almost the same thing only, and I couldn't find anything new. But still, if you have any concern, you are always welcome. We are here, and you can contact our support as well as our sales also if anyone having any plans to upgrade to our latest RealSoft 3 version. As I said, which will be having more functionalities, as well as these integrations and all will be having more easy in there. We have more advanced features based on integration or invoicing also in the RealSoft 3. So that's it. I believe. Please contact if you have. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the valuable information. As we come to the end of today's session, I would like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us and being a part of this webinar on UAE E-Invoicing. We hope this session has given you a clear understanding of the e-invoicing framework, how it works, and the essential steps required to ensure compliance. We also trust that you found the insights on simplifying this process, both practical and valuable. A special thanks to Mr. Jismoon sir for sharing his expertise and guiding us through today's session in such a clear and informative manner. To all the participants, your time and engagement are truly appreciated. If you have any further questions or need assistance, you can drop your queries to the WhatsApp number provided in the chat. I hope you all are checking the chat. There we have provided the WhatsApp number, and you can feel free to contact us directly. Okay, our team will be happy to support you. And we request you to take a moment to fill out the feedback form shared in the chat. I guess everyone can see that, right? You can click on the chat button, and we have given the phone number of our WhatsApp and the feedback form. As your feedback helps us improve our future sessions, and our sales team will contact you accordingly. So thank you once again for being with us today. Wishing you all continued success and a great day ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.